Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Making a Virtual Reality Game. My name is Ryan, and in this video I will be showcasing the changes that I have made in my instance over the past week. So if I look around, you'll see that I have actually changed the world again into something more smaller and more simpler to work with. I've also changed the sizes of the game models that I will use in the game to something more smaller. I thought it would be a little more interesting to have a game where you can actually pick up the buildings and place them rather than just kind of pointing and clicking. So yeah, I have a couple buildings here that I can showcase. This building over here is the city. Oops, get that. And the city building is kind of like the main building where if you place it, then you can kind of place buildings around it, and they will be kind of inactive game objects. This building is a workshop that can probably spawn more advanced units. And currently I kind of have all the colors preset, but in the game, if I were to basically be a blue player, then the workshop would obviously have sort of the roof tiles as blue. So I can place this down. This building is a barracks for spawning warriors. And these buildings are towers. So I can actually pick up two of them at the same time and whoops, kind of hold them in my hand. So yeah, these are towers. You'll notice that the colors are changing every 6 seconds holding these. The reason why is because I was thinking that, you know, maybe when you pick up a building, the color will be neutral, but let's say I kind of bring the color closer to a city, then the color will change blue. Same thing if I were to be another player. If I was neutral, place it near a purple building, it would be purple. But that isn't hard-coded yet, so right now it's just randomly changing every 6 seconds. And yeah, I can just grab buildings and place them, and I can kind of, you know, mix around. I can change the rotation. Maybe I think workshops and the barracks are better in the corner, and maybe I think towers are better on the edges. So I kind of place the walls there, and I place the towers over here. That. And maybe two players can get an alliance. They can both share the same color, and this would be the game. You would be on one side of the map, and maybe someone else can be on the other side of the map, and I can maybe click on these buildings to spawn warriors or catapults, for instance, and command them to the other side of the map. And you can also like throw the buildings as well, but yeah, they're basically like actual game engine objects with all the physics and stuff. Take this. So yeah, that's pretty much the vision for the game. it's changed from my last two videos, but it makes sense for the game to kind of be a little smaller, especially for VR players, because if you have a game that's too large, people in VR are going to, get confused, continuously having to shake their heads to look around the map, and I'd like to keep movement of VR players as low as possible to prevent fatiguing them out. So if it's more of like a tabletop game, the movement of the head doesn't have to occur as frequently, especially when you can kind of see everything in front of you. Additionally, I also found it really engaging to actually pick up buildings and kind of see the detail up close. I think that adds a unique element to the game that can't really be found if the game was kind of more point and click. It kind of loses that interaction with the game objects. And I think the various color schemes where people can, I can be a blue player over here and someone can be a purple player over here, it adds some interesting dynamics where maybe the blue player and the purple player decide to team up, and the blue player decides, well, if I want to help out the purple player, I can move my building over here, and this building will become a purple building. And then I can grab my building back when I'm done using that, and that building can then become a blue building. So there's interesting dynamics involved with alliances, sharing buildings, joining colors together, that I've considered in the works for the past week. And I look forward to exploring them in the future. So for the remainder of this week, while I continue working on the code, I will probably be adding some more core game mechanics, such as spawning a building and construction logic. I had them in my previous videos, but I'm going to have to rewrite some of the architecture of the code as kind of a tabletop game where you can pick up and handle things. Definitely changes some of the logic that I've written previously. And yeah, I look forward to working on that. I'm very excited about the direction that this game is going, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.